Hi, I'm Prepper Kiwi Rose.
And I'm Prepper Kiwi Carolyn.
In this series, we'll be talking about all things garden related.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to do air layering, and then I'm going to have a look at one that I did a couple of months ago. Air laying or air propagation is really just taking a cutting from a plant after it has developed the roots on the plant. So normally you would take a cutting, put it into a pot without any roots and hope that it would develop roots. This way we're going to encourage the roots to start on the plant and then take the cutting off after the roots are formed. I'm just going to start doing it and I'll talk through as I go. The first thing you need to do is get a plant that has a stem at least the size of a pencil, and you basically ring bark it. You take a couple of cuts and you take it below a leaf here, just like I have, and the cut is about an inch. You ring bark it an inch, say maybe 2 centimeters, then you split that and you effectively take that bark layer off. Now what I'm doing here is I'm scraping off. You thought ring barking was bad enough, but no, you've got to scrape all this hair off. If you don't scrape that off completely, it will rejoin, believe it or not, it will rejoin and not form roots. So the things that you're going to need to do air layering is a sharp knife like this. You're going to need sphagnum moss to go around it, which will form the medium like a soil for the roots to form in. You might need rooting hormone depending on the type of plant that you're using, and you'll need some sort of plastic to wrap around it and some tape. So there's not really a lot involved to it, and of course we need to put the sphagnum around this now, or if you want to, you can put your rooting hormone on now. It's up to you what you do there. If I'm using one that I've purchased from a shop, I'll put it in a bottle with a peg on it like that, because I don't like it getting all messy. I don't like rooting hormone on my hands. I don't like it to be around me really. So you need the sphagnum moss, and you need to wet this the night before or a couple of days before so it absorbs it like a sponge really, and then you wring it out so that it's not saturated but it is moist. You need a bag or a Glad wrap or something that you're going to hold the sphagnum moss around this gap that we've made. This is the hardest part, is actually getting this sphagnum on here. It's real fiddly, and what I use is a black plant bag that I just cut the holes off the bottom of it, because you want this to be sealed quite tight, so you need to wrap this in here. In other countries they will just use a leaf and peg it with sticks, so we've got pretty sophisticated materials to use, so just keep that in mind that people do this with very primitive means. So if they can do that, then you can certainly have a really good go with the stuff that we've got on hand. So you wrap it around there, and you don't want it to leak out the bottom or out the top, so you must tape those really tight at the bottom. So you're creating a little artificial microclimate in there. Yeah, this is the hardest part of the whole process, in my opinion. It's really fiddly. There are a lot of other ways to do it. People use plastic bottles. People use all sorts of wonderful ideas. And as you can see here, I've ended up putting a whole lot of tape on it. Normally you wouldn't go to such extreme lengths. But there it is, it's in there, it's all compact, and that will be fine for several months. Now you might be thinking, well, how am I going to check on this? Now this is why people end up putting clear plastic on, and then what they do is they put something like tin foil on, and then they can open up and check. I normally just check by squeezing it to see if there's any roots formed, but sometimes I've had to cut it open and check and then retape it, because you do need to keep it dark inside. But does it actually work? Let's have a look down here. This is one that I did a few months ago. Oh, I'm cutting it off. Maybe I should have checked it. Let's have a look inside. Whoa, it's actually got a lot of roots in it. I'd already checked it, I'd squeezed it, I knew there was roots in it, I'd done several before. So you just cut this big piece of stem off the bottom, because I'm going to pot this and that will be in my way. And here's some that I've potted up. It's actually quite easy. All you need to do is know how to do it, which you do now, and get out and give it a go. See you next time.
See you next time.
That's it.
Help us out!